on a plane.
All right, welcome to podcast number 38. We are going to go back to Panama. Now, we've talked about Panama a lot, but this time we're going to talk about our absolute favorite thing that we did in Panama, and that was go on the Panama Canal out to Monkey Island.
Yep, Monkey Island was one of our highlights of our entire trip in Panama, and we almost missed it.
Yeah. All right, so my favorite thing about Monkey Island was when the white-faced capuchin monkey decided that I was his mother.
Okay, my favorite thing was when the little monkey took the Coke can up in the trees and drank it.
My favorite thing about Panama was that I got to see the little monkey and that they got to come on their boat and it stole Woodmore's apple and ate it.
My favorite thing about Panama at the Monkey Island was that the capuchin monkey stole my apple and the little marmoset was eating from the squished banana from my hand. My favorite thing about Monkey Island is that how funny the monkeys were and how they just kept stealing everything from everybody.
Monkey Island. Say it loud. Say Monkey Island. Monkey. Okay. All right, so we, like Gabriel mentioned, we almost missed going to Monkey Island. It was something that we really wanted to do, but when we looked it up online, it was like $600 to $700 for our entire family to go. We did find one for like $300, but we had to share a boat with like 30 other people, and so we just ended up crossing it off. We were like, done. We are not spending that much money. There's no possible way that could be worth it.
Yeah, I think I'm like a notorious penny pincher, so it was just too much. It was too much money. It sounded really cool, but looking into it, we decided to take a big pass on that.
All right. So instead, we spent our time doing other things. Of course, we went to the Miraflores Lockes. We went and saw the actual Panama Canal and how it worked. We, of course, went to the beach. We celebrated Christmas. We did all these amazing things. And then one day we decided...
Yeah, we decided to go visit one of the rainforests. I think before that, I'd like to mention, part of the reason, Miraflores Lockes, some of that stuff cost money, but there's so much to do in Panama that doesn't cost a thing. And so we just had so much to explore. But we decided to go to the, what was it, Gumbau Rainforest?
I think it's Gumbawa. I have no idea.
We'll post we'll spell it.
Sit down.
We'll have it spelled out here on the video. But we decided to go to a rainforest called Gumbawa.
And the thing is, like you mentioned, like things cost money, but it wasn't $700 to go to the Miraflores Lockes.
Right.
So it was like, you gotta weigh what's worth it to you, and it just didn't feel like it was worth it to us. And it was hard to find a lot of information about about Monkey Island. And so we couldn't justify spending that much when we just couldn't find information about what it was that you could do there. So anyway, we went out to the rainforest and we were just exploring. We were trying to find hikes. We were trying to find things to do and explore, and we did. We got out and hiked a little bit. We found...
You found some fun swimming holes for the kids.
Oh, yeah, we did. And we found that gorgeous resort, the Magnolia Inn.
Yeah, we'll post some images of that too. Magnolia Inn Resort. There were some zip lines and some other touristy expedition type things to do there. We tried to do some of them, but they were closed. It was a really slow tourist season.
Yeah, I mean, winter's not the big tourist season in Panama. So then we ended up driving around, and we ended up at the boat dock.
Yep.
And we decided to get out. I had briefly read something about this, so I decided to get out and look. And as soon as we stepped out of the car, a local approached us and said, "Do you want to see the Panama Canal by boat?" And we like to entertain possibilities, and so we just asked, well, how much? And to be fair, I'm pretty sure this guy was drunk.
He was pretty. I was gonna mention that, and I wanted to say it delicately. No, he was pretty toasted, and he had his beverage in his hand. And we're like, "Are you driving the boat?"
Yeah. That was our main concern.
But he was enticing. So typically a boat ride on the Panama Canal, if you book it through anywhere, is roughly $100 per person. We have a family of 6, So that, you know, is upwards of $600. But he offered to take us on the Panama Canal for $90.
And we had no idea what that meant. I really wanted to be on the Panama Canal. I mean, that is such a historic, such a huge integral part of world history and current history that I was like, don't even care what we're gonna do. I just finally get to go on the Panama Canal, and I was super excited about it. And so we were like, done.
And luckily I had stopped by an ATM previously and had enough money to actually pay cash for it, because they don't obviously accept credit cards. In Panama, they use the US dollar, so that makes things easy if you're an American traveler. So we said we would take a look at his boat.
Yeah.
So we didn't agree to the deal, but he took us down the dock, showed us a boat and another sober captain who would be
driving our boat.
Driving our boat. Driving? Yeah, and so we were
navigating, I'm not sure.
So at that point we were like, done deal. And we asked how long it would be. They said the whole tour.
All right.
Okay, we need
to
get back.
So what?
Oh, go on. Oh, you want to be right there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure what a boat driver's called.
Yeah, what is it? Because it wasn't sailing. He was captaining. I don't know. Okay, he was driving.
He was commandeering
we'll call it
driving.
So they said it would be about an hour.
Yeah, it was about an hour round trip to do whatever it was apparently that we were going to do that we didn't know.
Yeah, we knew we were going to be on the Panama Canal. So we got on the boat, put on our life jackets, and we set sail. And it was really cool. Hold
on, what kind of boat was it? It was a
small boat.
It was a small boat. It was
used. It was a fiberglass. It probably.
It didn't have a fresh coat of paint, but it looked very sturdy.
Yeah, it probably would hold 10, 12 people.
Yeah, I mean, I felt very safe in it.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, it was great. So we got on the boat and we just started going out on the Panama Canal. It was the coolest thing ever. We were right next to these massive cruise ships. These people on the cruise came out to their balconies and they waved at us. So if you don't know this, when you go to the Panama Canal, or when you're a boat and you go through the Panama Canal, any captain of the boat or a cruise ship doesn't navigate their own boat through the canal. The canal
authority,
they come, they get on your boat, they take a little boat out to the cruise ship or whatever it is, and they guide it through.
It's serious business. We should do another video on the Miraflores Lockes to talk about how that happens, because it's super fascinating. I didn't know about it before, and I'm trying to remember not to change the subject, Catherine, but did our boat captain warn us about the crocodiles before?
No. Somebody told me online about it after.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure it was a comment on our blog post that we wrote that we will also include.
So I don't know if this is overkill, but hold tight on your little ones, because apparently the Panama Canal is just chock full of crocodiles.
It was Instagram. It was the Panama
Island was a blast to go to.
It was the Panama Mama. Shout out on Instagram. She now lives somewhere in the Midwest of the United States. She used to live in Panama. Okay, there's a shadow on me and it's driving me nuts. Okay, shout out to Panama Mama. She is somebody that we reciprocally follow on Instagram and love her feed. She used to live in Panama, now she lives somewhere in the Midwestern United States. But she is the one that told me after the fact.
Okay.
And so yes, the Panama Canal is full of crocodiles, and crocodiles are the feistier of the two when it comes to crocodiles or alligators.
So no, swimming is not advised. Jumping out of the boat is not advised. So we were going on this trip, seeing everything we wanted to see as far as the Panama Canal goes, and then we pull up to this little green island.
Yeah. So it is not an island in the essence that, it's you can't walk on it, you can't step foot on it. There's no, it's not a tourist place. It is not.
It's a little jungle.
It's a
small jungle island.
Yeah, it's a little cropping that has grown up out of the Panama Canal through just the changes that they've made to it. It's got foliage growing all over it, and now the local wild monkeys have just taken over it.
Yep. So Monkey Island, it was like so cool. The trees were like blasting
see nothing. You couldn't even like see the ground.
You
So,
could
yeah,
touch
monkey-
one of them. You could
Yeah,
touch a tree.
you could touch a tree though. It was like so long. It had tons of monkeys. There was so many types of monkeys.
Yeah, so the trees just grew in every direction. They grew out, they grew down into the water, they grew up, they grew all over. So it was just this wild little natural habitat that was created.
Like there's so many monkeys. There was like marmosets. There were so many types.
All right, so let's talk about the types. Do you want to tell us what types there were, Pi?
There was a white-faced capuchin, a howler monkey, a marmoset monkey, a tamarin, and an owl monkey.
Yeah, so not just one of each. There were tons. They were all over. You could see the trees moving around. You could see the animals. Of course, it took a minute before our eyes kind of adjusted because they definitely blend in. But once we started to see them, we could see that they were just everywhere.
Yeah. So to point out, we didn't know we were going to Monkey Island, and so when we got there and the captain of the boat said, "Okay, we're here at Monkey Island," we were like, "What?"
Yeah, we were thrilled.
Something that we had we were beginning to get, even though we wouldn't pay for it, we had serious disappointment for not being able to see Monkey Island.
Yeah.
And so at that moment we were like, our trip is complete.
Yeah.
And we unintentionally we went to Monkey Island.
Yeah.
So that was so cool.
So Monkey Island, it was totally a blast. We got to see so many monkeys, and there was like trees you couldn't even put a step on. You couldn't even see the ground. You were like going down everywhere. You couldn't even see the steps. You could barely even see anything in Monkey Island. Plus, you couldn't even see anything.
Yeah.
It
So let's
was
talk about what we did see.
Totally a blast.
Yes.
So
Even on the littlest branches, a marmoset could go
we
on,
like
'cause there were
saw so many trees.
Hey, one at a time, okay?
Okay, so let's do this. So a lot of things happened there, and we have a lot of video that will speak volumes. So let's name off the things that happened.
Okay, so the very first thing that happened, let's have Whitmore say it.
The very first thing that happened was a monkey crawled down on our boat.
All right, so we pull up, right? Like Gabriel mentioned, we pull up, and there's one other boat there. So we have the island basically practically to ourselves. If the monkeys are gonna interact with humans, it's gonna be between our party of 6 and the other party, which I think had 4 or 5. So it was very intimate. It was really cool because like I said, if anything was gonna happen, we were gonna be able to see it and we weren't gonna be blocked. So like Whitmore mentioned, yes, a monkey just jumped right out of the tree, jumped right on our boat, and what did he steal from you?
My apple.
Just right out of his hand. He literally was eating the apple, and the monkey was like, nope, that one's mine. And he took the apple and he jumped back up in the tree and he was just eating it.
And he stuck. And when he got to the core, he would take a bite, and then I would see him spit it out.
Yeah. So apparently monkeys are very much like humans and they don't eat the cores of, or at least this monkey, and he didn't eat the core.
They can afford to be picky, I guess.
Yeah.
Another time, the monkey stole a Coca-Cola can right out of someone's hand, and he knew exactly what he was doing. He was literally drinking it like a human being. He like put the hole to his mouth, and he poured some in, and then he's like taking a breath. And this man who had the drink stole from him, he was like so tempting to get that beverage back. He used a sandwich and his banana to get it back, but what's the point? Because when he was done with the Coca-Cola, he just threw it into the water and then took the sandwich. So that was just more food you had to waste.
Yeah, so he grabbed it and climbed all the way up to the top of a tree. Like he knew if he was anywhere near that it might get taken away from him. So he escaped. He got far away so he could enjoy that Coke. Oh, no. So he could enjoy it in peace.
So I think hot tip here is
Stop.
I would say don't be afraid to bring some lunch with you, especially if it's fruit or grapes, bananas, apples, because that is going to be extra enticement for the monkeys. So family, could you pet the monkeys?
Well, if they come to you. If they come to you and let them.
Yeah. So you can't pet the monkeys. the monkeys will do what monkey does, okay? So if they come and brush their head against your hand, I guess that's kind of petting.
Yeah.
But you can't reach out and touch them.
Yeah, so big, another plug for our boat captain and just getting a boat at the dock is that they brought bananas, and they brought, I guess bananas was really the only thing they brought.
And they squished it in my hand.
Yeah, and they gave it to the kids so that the kids could have bananas in their hands. So that was another thing, is that the little ones, that the marmosets or the owl monkeys, they came out and they just sat right on the front of our boat, and the little Widmore and Eclair sat there with their little hands, and they had the banana pieces in them, and they literally just fed right out of them just for like 15 minutes.
They were so darn cute.
Yeah.
It was so cute. We had the best captain. $90 could buy.
Yeah, I mean, he stayed there until we were happy. I mean, he stayed there. He went all the way around the island. We saw all the different types of monkeys. He really tried to entice them to come down. He made sure that they did feed out of the kids' hands, that we had that experience.
And full disclosure, we are cheap, but we did tip him well at the end.
We tipped him
because he was
really
awesome.
good. Yeah.
And also, there was this small marmoset. It was only like that big. Big. And then there was these bunch of like really thin branches. And then he holded like on 10 with them with one hand, and then 10 with two, and then 10 with his feet.
Yeah.
This could fit in her hand.
What other big moments?
All right, so the biggest moment was, it was at the beginning after the monkey was done with the Coke, and then after he was bribed with a sandwich from the other boat captain. We had kind of drifted away from the island, and the monkey couldn't jump back onto the island. So it was you could tell he was a little bit frightened. He didn't know what to do. I think possibly he might have thought he was being abducted. I don't know. And he was climbing all over the canopies and up and down the railings, and then he just decided that he would just perch right on my shoulder.
Yeah, so we hung out on Catherine's shoulder for a while.
It was awesome.
Kissed our baby. Catherine had her cell phone in front, so she was taking selfies. I had my GoPro Pro from behind. That was probably one of the highlights of that whole vacation.
Yeah.
Also, the monkey put his mouth blasted his finger went inside the monkey's hand because the monkey had it in the hand, and then he started to cry, but Molasses started to cry, but then the monkey let go of her finger.
Yeah, he just kind of nibbled on it. He gave her a little kiss on the cheek. It was really sweet. It was really fun. That was just, I mean, I know that I was the one. Claire was a little bit upset that it didn't climb on her. Who knows why it chose me. Gabriel thinks I was the one being the most still. I think it was because I was already holding a littler one. Who knows? But it was way cool. Way cool.
Okay, so let's sum it up.
Molasses was delighted and kissed her on the cheek.
Yeah.
She's like, ah!
Yeah, she loves animals even more now that that little excitement happened.
Okay, my friends. So after that, we went back. We got to see all the ships again on our way back, and it was one of the best hours we had in Panama. I have a question for anyone watching. Have you ever unintentionally crossed off one of your bucket list items without knowing?
Yeah.
Out of curiosity.
Yeah, tell us about it in the comments and let us know. Let us know if you've ever been to Monkey Island and what your experience was like. This was definitely one of the highlights of our trips, and that was not our favorite trip. You can check back at a different post where we do call it our worst vacation ever, but why we are so glad we went. So thanks for watching. We would love if you would give us a subscribe and a like on this video, and tune in next week for podcast number 39.
All right, peace out.
ah.